The wait is officially over. NASCAR Cup Series racing returns to St. Louis for the first time since 2010 for the Propane 400. We've seen tons of wrecks, 8 wide, and even some surprise winners such as Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Elliott Sadler. Those two are not in this race. Chase Elliott has won the pole, and we're coming to you live from St. Louis. Good afternoon, I'm Brick Allen alongside Steve LeBrick. Steve, what do you think about today's race and how do you think it's going to happen?
And Brick, the best part about this race, no one knows what will happen. Everyone is excited. Just this morning, I saw fans butt-chugging cans of Monster Energy in the infield. The energy from these fans cannot be contained.
So we're going to take a look at some of the favorites for this race as well as some of the news for the Propane 400 2019 edition.
And Brick, Jimmy Johnson and Kevin Meendering are on the brink of spending the remainder of their career in the Shady Shoals retirement home. As a former crew chief, I know the pressure they are feeling is comparable to trying to sink that final shot to beat Chad and Thad in beer pong at the local frat house.
Jimmy Johnson, a sentimental favorite, and also it would be great to see him come back to victory lane. Then we have Elijah Burke, a Chip Ganassi Racing employee who is racing the third car out of the Ganassi Racing stable.
Now, Brick, I don't know if I like this decision out of the Ganassi stable. Entering a third car driven by some kid who dabbles in Twitter and TikTok memes? Who's next? David Dobrik? Charlie D'Amelio? I'm not so sure that makes us the top echelon of motorsports, Brick, and it's very frightening. Speaking of comments about the top echelon of motorsports, you know who I like? Kyle Busch. He knows how to win, and he is not a memer. Though ironically, his reactions and quotes become the best NASCAR memes of the season.
Kyle Busch may not have had the best luck here at St. Louis Superspeedway, but he's certainly looking to change that, the defending champion of the NASCAR Cup Series. Now let's go trackside for the command to start engines here at St. Louis. Drivers, start your engines! If you notice, Steve, all 4 Hendrick Motorsports cars start in the top 4 positions. Chevrolet's very strong today at the Superspeedway.
And Brick, what is this? The NASCAR Heat 3 cover? NASCAR 06 Total Team Control? Hendrick has swept the top 4 spots in qualifying, showing that the new Camaro and Hendrick Power are working well together. Let's see if old Jimmy Jam will have to swap cars with the 24 to bring home the win for Hendrick Motorsports.
Hendrick Motorsports, are they the one to beat? The Toyotas are starting deep in the field today, but here at St. Louis, you really never know what's going to happen next. It could be trouble looming afoot. Up through the gears they go. The green flag is out here at St. Louis.
Brick, I am in love with this racing. Hanging back to avoid the big one? Not here. These drivers are going for it, and that is a show we love to see.
Chase Elliott leads the first lap with help from William Byron, Alex Bowman, and Jimmy Johnson. All in the bottom lane. The Hendrick Motorsports teams, they had a plan and they are sticking to it, but here comes the 14 and the 17, the 2-car tandem up top with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Clint Boyer. The 19 of Truex in the middle there with help from Kyle Busch. They're making their way to the front, but look at the 17's run. Here he comes.
Looking at that right there, Rick, you saw a 2-car tandem take over the lead. 2-car tandem, which is great to know as a driver that you can make that move. But the worst part is, look, the field is now in the hands of the 17. That could be risky.
Not for long. Here comes the 19. Aggressive in the 19 move by Truex Jr. He's going to take the lead with only a couple laps to go here in this stage. Here comes Boyer up top with Kyle Busch in the middle with help from Ryan Preece in the 47 car. Here comes the 18. Kyle Busch with help from Ryan Preece, but Truex leads another lap in the 19. Wow, 3x3 for the lead here at St. Louis.
And Brick, I expect these short stages to produce intense racing, but getting stuck in this traffic is as frustrating as getting a paper straw with your drink. Can't stand those things.
I tell you who's not going to be able to stand this is the 47 of Ryan Preece. He sees that 18. He sees an opportunity. He got a push from DiBenedetto in the 95, and here he comes, and Kyle Busch nearly around, but the 18 saves it. Ryan Preece in that 47 car, a strong run for him, but here comes Alex Bowman, the second place man. He almost spins as well. Nearly contact. We're on the last lap of this stage. Here comes Jimmy Johnson in that 48 car. He's looking to win this stage, but look at the bottom lane. Kyle Larson, here he comes. Larson with a push from Kevin Harvick. He's going to win stage 1.
Rick, a big crash off 4. Wow. What a finish to that stage, Brick. You see Jimmy Johnson's teammates involved. We talked about Jimmy Johnson not being involved, and now the guy who used to crew chief Jimmy Johnson, Chad Knaus, is involved.
Look at the 88 of Alex Bowman and the 10 of Eric Almirola. They're going to get together right there, send David Reagan to the wall. Look, Kyle Busch gets a little bit of damage. Austin Dillon goes down pit road. And stage 1 is complete. Chase Elliott on pit road. We'll be back after this. And the field's in the hands of Kyle Larson in that 42, our stage 1 winner. Green flag up through the gears. They go for stage number 2.
And Brick, look at the outside lane. The speed in the outside lane right now is non-existent. Just like my last relationship from Tinder. Everyone knows Tinder is a hookup app. A crew chief would know this.
Look at the 95. Oh, the crash! Big crash. The 3 on his lid. Look at the 40. Elijah Burke. He's involved. What a crash there. An unbelievable wreck. We're going to take a look at the replays. The red flag's out.
And Brick, look at this replay. Per usual, the wreck is all Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s fault. Someone must have poured some Jim Beam into Sunny D during pre-race because that move was completely uncalled for. And look who pays the bigger price. Austin Dillon upside down. Blood now rushing to his head, like in the Cialis ad from our last commercial break. Unbelievable, Brick.
Hey, Steve, we're back from commercial, Steve. Well, pit stops are going on right now, and none of our pit reporters are here at the assignment, so I'm going to attempt to do it from the booth, and Clint Boyer, big move there. He wins the race off pit road as Joey Logano and Truex, they get some damage repaired, and we'll be back with the restart after this. Not only is Steve back, but we're back. Clint Boyer, the winner off the race off pit road, is in the lead with Kyle Larson to his outside. See if that 4 and 42 can hook up again and try to make a move here. But wow, look at Harvick. He goes down and picks up his teammate in the 4.
And Brick, watch for Kyle Larson. He's usually really good with controlling the draft once he gets out front.
Well, he's not looking like he's going to be up front anytime soon. It's the 4 and the 14 Stewart-Haas teammates in those Ford Mustangs with Jimmy Johnson down low, the top lane with Bubba Wallace in the 43. They don't look like they're getting much of a run here as the white flag waves for stage number 2. Kevin Harvick out front, but here comes the 42. He's got to run up top.
Oh,
Harvick
Brick, look at this.
Oh, no, Clint Boyer. Boyer takes stage 2. Luckily, no crash to end this stage, and but there's a crash that happened. Wild and crazy race. Let's see what happens during the final stage here at St. Louis. And here we go. We're back. The final stage is green.
And Brick, cue the final countdown by Europe. Now is go time. You're going to see these cars quadruple cheeked up out here trying to make ground and get to the front.
Not sure what that metaphor means, but DiBenedetto to the lead in the 95. But the Fords look to be very strong. They're ganging up on DiBenedetto.
And Brick, I talked to Rodney Childers earlier today, and he said the Ford cars are shaped perfectly for the suck at these big plate tracks.
Logano and Newman to the high side. They got to run. They got Clint Boyer and Brad Keselowski. They're 4 wide down the back. Holy cow, Logano nearly around. DiBenedetto down low. Help from Kyle Busch. Busch to the middle. Here comes Denny Hamlin.
Brick, that 11 team, Denny Hamlin's car, they have it hooked up on the bottom line. That car is going to win this race. As a race-winning crew chief, I am absolutely positive of this.
That's certainly true, but here comes Kurt Busch, nearly around goes Denny Hamlin. Logano now, he's going to turn him around. Up in the air goes Eric Jones, up and over and over.
Brick, the 20 car went to the space station. Joe Gibbs is going to be praying extra hard for the guys back at the Fab Shop because they just lost 2 cars out of this deal.
Wow, absolutely unbelievable.
Brick, this is just in. The 11 car has been awarded the Tinder right swipe of the race, as he made a swiper from Dora the Explorer move and completely swiped right in front of the field and took out half a dozen cars, Rick. I am a crew chief, and if I was the crew chief in the garage right now, I would be pissed at Denny Hamlin.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people frustrated right now as their chances of victory are over. We'll be back after this. That caution ate up a lot of time that we have left. There are only 5 laps of racing to go. Up through the gears they go. 2 brothers, Kurt and Kyle Busch, up in the front. Here comes Kurt Busch. He blocks Truex now, and Bowyer through the middle. Kurt Busch gets some contact right there. Holy cow, Steve, that was nearly disaster. Here comes the 6 and the 9. Nice. Chase Elliott, but Newman takes the lead. 3 laps of racing to go.
Oh, Brick, look at this.
Wow, look at that. Elliott back to the lead. 2 to go now, but here comes Kurt Busch with help from Jimmy Johnson. Ryan Newman now down low with Bubba Wallace and Brad Keselowski. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by the payments I owe on my Credit One Bank credit card. Ryan Newman and Kurt Busch side by side for lead contact. A lot of contact. They're to the line. Kurt Busch takes the win from Ryan Newman. Unbelievable finish here. Photo finish, photo mania, photo everything. Kyle Larson congratulates his teammate.
And Brick, what a move. Kurt Busch brings the Gear Wrench Chevrolet to victory lane. That just proves you didn't need that dumb social media kid in the 40 car to get out there and win for Ganassi. That 1 car goes to victory lane. What a win. Kurt Busch is going to be spraying Monster everywhere in victory lane. Unbelievable. Matt McCall is a crew chief. Great guy. He has to be ecstatic.
None more ecstatic than Kurt Busch. He brings home the victory here at St. Louis. We thank you for watching the 2019 Propane 400, and we hope you join for more races here in the future. Be sure to subscribe, and as always, take care, and we hope to see you again soon.